What's up, everybody? Bootsy Greenwood here, and today I wanted to talk a little bit about this trend that is being very hyped up on YouTube right now regarding semen retention. That's right, I hear a lot of people talking about this, and it's something that I have the experience to weigh in on, so I thought I would make a video and explain the pros and the cons of semen retention from an objective perspective, and just kind of give my insight and experience into this, as it's something that I have experimented with for quite some time. The first time that I ever read about this idea was from a book called The Way of the Superior Man by David Deida. That's D-E-I-D-A. The man is brilliant. I really love his work. He's written a couple of other books as well that I've read that I've really enjoyed. And his workshops and some of the YouTube clips you can find are brilliant. Function, Flow, and Glow is one of the clips that's really good that he has. And he talks about the dynamics of masculinity and femininity, okay? Not necessarily men and women, but masculine energy and feminine energy. And so in the book, The Way of the Superior Man, the book is written to men from a man, to masculine from that perspective. And if you're a woman, you can learn a lot, or if you're feminine, you can learn a lot from the book, and you'll probably be able to confirm a lot of the things that he talks about. But it's a specifically very helpful book if you are a masculine man and someone who is trying to work toward their purpose. So just a quick plug, I do have my purpose course available right now for free on Patreon, so you can click the link in the bio and go and check that out. Being masculine is really all about following purpose, and it's going toward the thing that you fear most, riding your edge and challenging yourself as you go into concentric circles toward your deepest purpose. That's what masculinity really is. And the masculine craves being free. It craves release. It craves when the running back gets the ball and he breaks free through the line and he scores a touchdown and runs all the way. And all the guys, they jump and scream, right? Like, this is masculine freedom. This is the essence. So the same thing is true really when it comes to ourselves sexually. We're always craving a release. We're always craving this freedom. But what we find is that, especially from an energetic perspective, if we can learn to hold on to this energy, then it can open up some pretty interesting channels and pathways for us. Now, there are people who are very sensationalist about this idea. A lot of people will tell you, if you start doing this, birds will speak to you, you'll be able to communicate with bison. All the women will start to be attracted to you and they can smell it on you, and all of these kind of sensationalist ideas. And I just want to go ahead and bat those down sort of from the rip, okay? This idea of semen retention is something that is very old, and it comes from Eastern mysticism, Hinduism and Buddhism. And it is a great source of vitality, and it absolutely 100% can open up channels of creativity. It can give you more energy and vitality. And I do believe that, people can definitely pick up on some aspects of you, but it's not just going to make people just start like jumping your bones when you walk into the club or something, right? Like it's kind of been overblown. Like, you're not going to start talking to squirrels, like Snow White or Cinderella or whatever. That's not going to happen, okay? But some of the pros do include having more energy, right? Which is a huge part of like reality transurfing. This is a one thing, right? Nothing's done. There's no one magic pill. This is my problem with this. It's like people will tell you, oh, well, if you just do semen retention, then all of a sudden everything is going to go great in your life. You'll get a tax refund. All these terrific people will come into your life. It's one thing that can help you bump your energy up. And now I'll say this too, it doesn't mean that you can't be sexually active. You absolutely can. And you can continue to build this energy And that's where Tantra starts to come from, right? The idea of Tantra and tantric sex, which is something that's, for another video, another topic. Now, some of the cons to this, there are negative aspects to this. Specifically, it will make you a lot more moody, okay? It will make you a little bit aggro if you're not careful, right? By storing up this energy, if you're not able to sort of relax into it and sort of let go, then you can get very intense and angry as a result of storing up this energy. And this goes for anything, like if you're stopping smoking weed, or if you're stopping drinking, you can get this anxious anxiety that can kind of be a little bit difficult to manage and a little bit difficult to take care of. Also, another problem with this is edging, right? Like people talk about edging a lot, which is a funny topic. But edging actively is like really highly increase the dopamine levels in your brain. So you could spend all day just wasting time doing that. So that's another potential downside to this. There are also people who say that it is not healthy for your prostate, your reproductive bits down there, to store this up for too long. It can cause some constriction and potentially some testicular issues. Now, I don't know if that's exactly true or not. I actually spoke with a doctor not too long ago, and he said that there was really no way that they could know that. So maybe not something to worry about, but also maybe something to potentially consider when going into this. The biggest thing that I've noticed is definitely tension, like tension in the body. And if you're not able to handle that tension, then it can be very difficult, to kind of just get through your everyday life. You can be kind of distracted and stuff like that. Now, overall, I do recommend it for men to give this a try. I had Brandon Thomas on the podcast a couple weeks ago with Clinton Kirk, and we talked about this particular thing. He said, do it for 3 days. Try it for 3 days. I like this approach. I don't think you need to never come again. That's not the point, by the way. I think the point is to maybe make it a little bit more sacred. Another thing that can happen too, and this actually has never happened to me, is that you can have a spontaneous emission at night, a night emission, or a wet dream. And so I don't think that's never happened to me, but that is another thing too that can happen if you are doing it and you're trying to do it, and then you can have it, kind of come out when you're not not aware. It's maybe happening in a dream or something like that. And I think that's just the body's way of saying, hey, look, dude, we can't hold on to this any longer. I don't think this is something that you're supposed to do for months and months and months or years and years. I think this is something that is, should be balanced and tempered like many other things. And it's not a cure-all. It's not a magic pill that's going to fix every part of your life. You're not going to do this and then all of a sudden wake up with a six-pack. The biggest thing is the sensationalism. That's the thing I have a problem with. If you want to learn more about this, look up Tantra, look up tantric sex. And also, I strongly recommend reading David Data's book, The Way of the Superior Man, especially if you're a guy who's masculine and attracted to women. Now, if you are a woman and attracted to women, or if you're a woman and attracted to men, this book is also very helpful, because understanding what the masculine is, this pursuit of purpose into deeper and deeper levels, riding our edge, leaning into the thing that we're afraid of, going towards our fear, that's what masculinity is. And everyone has masculine aspects and feminine aspects, by the way. If you're super hyper feminine, you still have purpose, you still have masculine energy in you. It would just be a little bit less, or quite a bit less than someone else might. So same thing for men, right? Like, just because you're a man doesn't mean that you're just masculine energy. You also have feminine energy as well. And we all have balances of those. And in finding partners, we are looking for basically the other balance point. So if you're hyper masculine, you're looking for a hyper feminine, and vice versa, right? So understanding these dynamics can be very helpful. And I believe that this practice can give you a lot of creativity insights. It can help you a lot to just have a little bit more self-control, keep your dopamine levels a little bit, a little bit more manageable. But also, it's one of those things where the tension can build up so much that you can get a little bit aggro. And I'd say avoid that if you can. But I hope this is helpful. I hope this is a little bit more of a balanced perspective. This is not something that you can just understand and know. It's something that you really need to try and practice. And it's something that's very difficult. It's ages old. It's in Napoleon Hill's book, not Outwitting the Devil, but Think and Grow Rich. And he talks about this as well at a deep level. So there's definitely some benefits. There's also some disadvantages. Wanted to make a quick video talking about this since it's such a hot, trending topic, and it's something that, I've played around with for quite some time. So these have been my experiences. Not an easy thing to do, for sure. And, I would say too, try not to eat the elephant in one bite. This is something that maybe you try for a day or two, or a couple of days, or a week, or something like that, and then see if you can lengthen that. The biggest thing I would say to avoid is pornography, thirst trap videos on Instagram, and that type of thing, because those are going to be the things that are really going to trigger you and take away some of your own individual energy, which is in part sexual, but there's a lot of other factors, right? Like, this is just one factor when it comes to energy. And so I hope that you get out there, give it a shot, see if it's something that is helpful to you. It's been a practice that when I've undertaken it, I've definitely seen some benefits from it. And I've also had to learn my own balance points with it and what my, what my capability is when it comes to it. So not something that you need to implement forever, not something that you need to be sensationalist about. And don't expect that you're gonna, get win the lottery because you just saved up all your seed. Okay, keep doing anything that you can to increase your energy levels. Eat really well, do exercise, walk, lift weights. Do things that are hard, do things that are mentally difficult and taxing on you. And all of those things add up ultimately to having higher energy levels. So I hope this video has been helpful. Definitely check out my Patreon. Dig in, dive deep into your purpose. I just added some mentorship levels over there as well. So if you're interested in working with me one-on-one, you can explore those offers. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you have an amazing day. Peace, much love. Love's all there is. See you next time.